Well, good morning everybody and welcome to another Team Unearthed dig on a very windy Sunday morning. Actually, the temperature's down a little bit and we're here on some really historic land. I mean, this is such a good farm. There's lots of history here, there's lots of land, there's lots of really good potential. I'm just going to swap over to the different view so you can see the detectorists and what terrain they're detecting on. Just bear with me a sec. There we go. So as you can see, we're on stubble today. You can see the detectorists are already out there, look, searching away frantically on these fields for any historic coins and artefacts. The stubble isn't that bad at all. It's only about 3 inches, not even 3 inches. I expect, dropping back to my mug shop, I suspect there'll be some really good finds on here today, but we've got to work at it. We've got 3 fields to search all day. This is one. We've got one up the road and one across the road, so I'll be back with you as soon as anything of note comes to light. Let's go. Up is Pauline, and she's had a spindle wall, and as you can see, a lovely little decorated wall it is. So medieval in date, and that's the first, literally a few minutes into the dig, and that's what she's had. Well done to her. It's a little broken fragment of an artefact here from Jim. Got some sort of weird, very strange markings on that, design on that, but we don't know what it is. Anybody got an idea what it could be? It looks silver, as you can see. It's broken. Almost reminded me of that medieval messenger badge that we found a few years ago, but I don't know what that is. The jury's out, folks. The jury's out. As always on these broken artefacts, very difficult to identify. Jackie's come up now with a rather mangled coin, silver coin, but it's obviously a milled coin, probably about the size of a shilling, but there's no markings on that at all at the moment. But you never know, she might get something off, maybe debased, maybe even a forgery, because there's copper coming through there. But yeah, look at that life. And this is the thing with stubble fields. The agricultural machinery makes the coins look like this sometimes. There you go. Danny up next with a bit of silver. Now, this has been highly decorative at some point, but we need to get to grips with what that's been. I don't know yet. Again, you can see something on that side. The jury's out. Like a Roman coin now from Danny. A grot. Got a curve on it, as you can see. There's a lot of these coming up at the moment. There's about the 4th one I've seen. Interesting. Lawrence now has found a little weight, and it's got like a little blacky blue insert in the middle of it, which is interesting. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful artifacts coming up, but we're not hitting the hammer just yet. But that's another interesting find. I wonder what that is. You can just see it in the middle. It's got another hole on that side. Another piercing, but it doesn't go all the way through. Stephen Glue now, and he's had the first old silver coin with a William III shilling. You can see William's bust and detail around the edges, and not much on that side unfortunately, but there you go. 1690s in date, and that's a silver shilling from Steve. Well done. And with Martin now, he's had silver sixpence. And it is 1935. He's just found it to my right hand side. A scratchy signal, but he's got the result there, you see. There you go. Nice. With Les now, he's had a really nice Roman coin with a radiate bust on, as you can see. It'll be probably late 3rd century, I guess, maybe into the 4th century era. But that's the earliest coin of today, up to now. Let's have a look at the backside. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well done, Les. Look at that. Beautiful coin. Beautiful. That's Roman, folks. Roman. And a really interesting one as well. The Roman coin just come up by Richard now. As you can see, it's got the classic head. It's like almost like a minim, a Roman minim. And you've got the a little bit of detail on the back of this bronze coin, a little bit smaller than what Les just had, but these weren't far apart apparently on the hillside just to my left, probably 15 to 20 yards apart. There you go, look at the head on it. Very interesting stuff. Right, we're on to it. Just going to get a bite to eat, and I'll be back out with you, and back with you as soon as anything of note comes to light. Just looking now, he's just had a hammered coin. Worse for wear, unfortunately, folks. That would have probably been, judging by the size of it, maybe a sixpence groat of a Lizzie type. It could actually even be a milled coin, but it's too thin. But there's remains of what was probably a hammered coin. A couple of lead artefacts just come up there, one from Vinny and one from Chris. And what they've been, palm guards. No, they're just a bit different shape, but they've been something. Big lead, heavy objects. Next, he's just come up with a milled silver coin of Queen Victoria, as you can see there, folks. Sixpence. There's not many digs that go by, and the silver sixpences don't come up. And there's another one. Jackie now. She's on the spindle walls. Another one, nice as well. Be nice with the mud cleaned off that. Be pretty design underneath the mud. Well done to her. There you are, Jackie.
Thank you.
Silver Roman denarius from Louise next. As you can see under there's a Roman silver. It could actually be Adrian, but we can't really tell until the crud's cleaned off it. Yeah, there's a denarii, folks. They're here, the Romans are here. Right, let's get on it. I think this afternoon will be interesting. Well done to Louise. Now here's the interesting thing, folks, for you viewers that are really sort of into the Team Unearthed digs and what we do here at Unearthed Detecting TV. We like to keep everybody with as much information as we can. So we've got a team of detectors just working this area here because, and the reason is because there's a lot of, or seems to be a lot of Roman little bits coming up. A couple of coins, a couple of weird shaped lead artefacts, and we've got a couple of people working in this area here. So I'm suspecting in the next maybe half an hour to an hour, once the team get through this stubble and work at it nice and quietly, if you will, and slowly, we'll get some nice stuff off here. So let's see what happens. I have a spur, medieval in date from Jackie, just come up, and just in the area that I was telling you about. Just out here, just shows you what's buried. Next with a very interesting decorative piece of lead. We're not sure what that's come from. We'll see if we can get a better identification, but that's very intriguing. There's finds now coming up all over the place. There you go, Pauline.
Excellent.
We'll get a date for that. We'll see if we can identify it for you.
Excellent stuff, yeah.
Signal as well.
Way up, there you go. That's really started the film off on a high note. We're here with Chris and he's had a find in the hole. We can just see it there. I'm going to zoom in for you folks. A decorative spindle wall, no less. If we can just move that out. Oh, it's a nice one, isn't it, Gav? Beautiful, mate. That's the third one today that's been decorative like that. They're just so nice to find, aren't they?
Oh, with a pattern on like that.
Yeah.
With like a few dots.
Yeah, but
Not like that.
that's very very ornate.
Well chuffed with that.
There you go, mate. Yeah, it's on both sides.
Yeah.
Lovely medieval artefact. Well done, mate.
Hey.
To turn up for the books. Ricky here has just had this find, look. And we think it's either a clog clasp or a book clasp, and it's still in the leather. You never ever see that normally. It's actually still in the leather, inserted. Look at that. How amazing is that? I'm thinking that probably isn't a book, because if you look at the leather, look guys, that's quite thick. Yeah. And I just think it's a bit thick for a book. I think that's come off a clog. I think that's a leather clog, yeah. Wow, amazing, mate. There you go, Rick.
Spot on.
Number 6.
Well done. And we've yeah, we may as well capture it. We're getting a lot of these, folks, and I think now they're not Roman. These are not Roman. These are actually 1600s trade tokens from the local village. So they're 17th century trade tokens. There you go. Anthony now, and he's just had a 1915 silver sixpence. I'm just walking back to another detectorist who's found something. So nice to capture that on film, which is a really good coin to find. 1915. Mike Richardson, as you can see, he's using a 15-inch manticore coil, and what he's doing is hovering over the stubble. Just give that a waggle over the stubble, mate, to show people what you're doing. So his philosophy is riding on the top of the stubble, and he's just had a 1560, let me turn the back to the wind, I would say 1561 possibly, and that's a sixpence, a hammered sixpence of Queen Elizabeth, just as the wind gets up, of course. Really nice coin. You can see the bust of the Queen. Happy days. Well done. Let me just see if I can zoom. There you go. Excellent work from Mike Richardson. And we've just had a shout off Jackie now. She's just had a, what looks to me to be a hammered coin. I'm just dodging the stubble. This is turned out to be another classic Team Unearthed dig. And it most certainly is a hammered. And it's a penny, a medieval penny. Maybe one of the Edwards. Could even be a Henry or a Richard in there. But that is definitely 100% a hammered silver penny. And it's got that beautiful blue tinge. Look at that. Just so pretty to see. All those years in the ground, maybe 700 years in the ground, and Jackie's come across, dug that hole, and that's come out absolutely amazing. Fine, this is by this gentleman here, Andy Tiffin. Look at his face, what a man. This is a glass a silver brooch with a glass front. Sadly, that's been smashed. But wait till you see the back end of it. Look at that. It's had a coin, what we think is a coin, inserted into this beautiful brooch. And it's been gilded, gold gilded and painted and all sorts. There's blues, there's greens in there, I can see under the viewfinder. And if I just turn that over gently, look at the thickness of it. A wonderful, wonderful find from Andrew Tiffin. He does stick in. He's had a lot of bad luck lately, and he's got the just rewards for it now, mate, sticking in. I'm absolutely made up for him. Well done to him. Let's have another look at that. Absolutely splendid. Here we are, look. We'll smash it. She's just found a really good find in that hole there. And it's a chessman seal, chessman type. And there's the design. This is really heavy. At first, we're thinking, unusually, this could be made of lead. It's very, very heavy, and it has that lead look about it, but I've never seen these in lead. It's like a lead alloy. Look, that medieval all day long, that absolutely stunning find. Look at that, but just find after find after find. And do you know what? I'm looking around me and there's people digging holes all over, so anything could come up this afternoon. Let's go for it. Well done, Shirley. Well, I must be sucker for punishment because I'm trying to get my marshals here just to have a little bit of humour, because I think they've had a humour transplant over the years, because I've got a joke that even the most solemn person would laugh at. Are you ready? Joke time again. Joke time. How did the Vikings secretly message each other? They used Norse code.
That's got to be the worst one yet.
What?
Pauline laughed a little.
Well, I honestly thought that would have got a laugh of the week. But now, when she's had a lead weight of some description, it's got markings on there that are quite interesting. So I've told her to get it home, dry it out, just give it a very light brush. There's definitely something, been some pattern on there. Interesting. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. That just don't put it under any water. Jean's just had a really good signal with her detector. She's shouting me over with an excited look on her face because just there is a lovely silver hammered. Can you see that, guys? Look at that. Look at that, it's a beauty as well, absolute clonker. So it's a medieval penny. You can see the imprint there, look. And I'm not going to clean it because it's not my coin to clean. But what a nice coin. What a nice coin from Jean. Okay folks, we'll be back because Shirley has just shouted over the walkie-talkie that she's on the hammered. Dave Taylor now, and he's had the remains of a crotal bell. You know, still find many up in the north compared to down south, and of course the plough's done its best to destroy it, but it's still a piece of history and it's still a nice find. Another silver for Shirl, and she's on what's probably the remains of either a William III sixpence or a very worn hammered. It's very difficult to tell what it is, it's that thin. Oh, still more silver. Just shows you what's around these fields. I'm here with Nigel, and he's just had a nice silver shilling of Queen Vic. Really lovely coin actually. As you can see, that's a smart coin. Well done. We're here with Danny now, and Danny's just had a cut half. Go on mate, reveal the clod extraction. Yeah,
It's just as caked onto the side, to be honest.
It's definitely, I would say a short cross, mate. It could be a Henry III, but chances are it's a short cross, and it's a nice coin, and it's also the first cut half of the day.
It is. It's the first I've seen. I'll give it a quick clean.
Yeah, okay, mate. I'm pressing all sorts of buttons, folks. Bear with me. There's Danny's half cut short cross with the mud off. So that's the earliest hammered of the day, and we've still got probably 3 hours to go. So let's see what else comes to light. Well done to him. Nice coin. Steve Fullard now, and he's just had a very intriguing artefact. It might have been a strap in. It's very thin, very crude, and quite fragile, which indicates to me that's got some age to it. But it's very difficult to work out what that's been, because obviously broken that side, but it's very thin. You know, and she's just pulled up another hammered, and you can see it's another medieval penny. I'll just take that off you, Gaz, gently. Well done, Jackie. I tell you what, Jackie, you're on a roll. You're on a roll. You've done really well, and again that's got that beautiful blue tinge, and it's also got a lovely bust of the king there. Fantastic. Hey, well, look at that. That's going to go alongside your other one. Excellent work. I know it's hard work, mate. Ricky now, when he's had a lead weight of some unusual design, maybe a net weight possibly, I don't know, maybe, possibly. Hunting net weight. Certainly got some age to it. What's going on today, but all the swear words are finished because people are starting to pull up these coins. A 1939 franc, and it's the colour of gold in the hole that gets people rather excited. But you know what, it's quite a nice coin, that. Believe it or not, I know it's not gold, 1939 1 franc. But why did the French make them gold coloured? Andy Tiffin has had the hammered, another hammered, showing up today, and that's his silver hammered coin of the day, and that's a real cracker, mate. Lovely medieval penny. Look at that. Aren't they just beautiful coins? Edward as well. So there you go, folks. More hammered showing up on these wonderful fields for you all to enjoy. Medieval people, 600-700 years ago, been all over these fields, and we know that because we're pulling up these coins now. There seems to be hammered after hammered, mainly pennies, bar the short cross half cup and the Lizzie sixpence, but all pretty much these medieval pennies. But you take them all day long. They're all a piece of history, and they're lovely coins to find. And there's another, folks. Happy days. Louise now. Louise found one of those French gold coloured coins before. We all got a bit of a shock, but this time it's made up for it. So let's have a look at your gold coin, or your gold coloured coin. That's what she found and shouted us over. It's actually a 50 euro cent. 2002. Dear me. Anyway, this time there she's got something a little bit more special, and there it is. Lou, I'm going to get you to do the honours on that, because that's a nice big coin. You tell you what, yeah, it's a nice coin, that. It looks to me at the moment to be a Lizzie. We'll come back to you, folks, with the mud off, I think. Anyway, Louise has got rid of the mud off that coin. It turned out to be a 1566 silver hammered sixpence of Queen Elizabeth. And she, do you know what? She deserves that after that gold coin scare. There you go. Nice. Very, very nice. A lead stud now from Jean. Yeah, interesting. That'd be some age to that as well, made of lead. Stephen Fullard has just had a squirrel, and there it is. Little squirrel. Lots of people like these little artefacts. And that is a bonny little thing, look at that. Fantastic. Well done. We're here with Jim now, Jim Black, and he's just had a nice shilling of Queen Victoria. 1839 it looks like there, does it? 1839? Was she in reign that day? Or was it a bit later? Am I losing the plot? Young head anyway, there you go. That'll clean up nice under all that tarnish. Excellent. I would say 1859, would you? Andy Tiffin now, he's come up with a very, very worn hammered at the end. Which is, I can't work out what that is actually, but it's a very, very worn coin, silver. It's definitely a hammered though. And while we're here, Andy, can you get out your brooch, because Andy has won the fabled Team Unearthed winning badge with his wonderful silver brooch pendant with what we think is a coin inserted inside. So what a man, what a find, what a day.